Once upon a time, long, long ago, King Grammar travelled his kingdom, making sure all of his people had everything they needed to be good citizens of Grammar.
Leaping, dancing, milking, juggling!
Oh, bravo, sir! Your song is charming, but why not use a few nouns to make it more interesting?
Nouns?
Absolutely, kind sir. A noun is a person, place, thing, or animal. Say it with me. A person, place, thing, or animal. Instead of only singing about leaping, add a few nouns and you can have knights leaping down a street. Instead of milking, why not sing of a farmer milking his cow? Or instead of simply juggling, sing of a boy juggling apples. And why sing only of dancing when you can sing of children dancing in a fountain? Now you say it. Nouns can be
A person!
A thing!
A place. An animal. Oh, I mean...
An animal.
farewell, people of Grammar Kingdom.
Farewell, King Grammar. Thank you for bringing us nouns.
Click on the next activity.
The queen has a quail. E-L-U-A. The queen has a quail.
Click on the next activity.
Once upon a time, there was the village of Do-Nothing, where, as the name suggests, people did, well, nothing. Even the sun did nothing. It didn't rise in the morning, and it didn't set in the evening. It was just there, every day, in the very same place. Children did not play. Choirs did not sing. Birds did not fly. Rabbits did not hop. Artists did not draw. Builders did not build. People did not eat. No one did anything at all.
Good day, fine people of Do-Nothing. It is I, King Grammar.
Good King Grammar was surprised that no one did anything to show they cared one tiny bit about his royal arrival. They did not clap, nor did they cheer. It was quite clear to the king, as he looked around, that the people of Do-Nothing were missing something very, very important.
You, my new friends, are missing some verbs. What are verbs, you ask? Verbs are words we use to talk about what something is or what something does. The verbs we use to talk about what something does are called action verbs. Without action verbs, no one would ever have anything to do. You, my good woman, could be a woman that dances.
I dance.
And you are not just children. Ha ha ha! You are children that play.
We play.
And you are not just a man. Oh no, you are a man that builds.
I build.
And that bird is not just a bird. It is a bird that flies.
Look at that bird fly, and that rabbit hop, and that man walk.
Ha ha ha! I think you're getting the hang of it. Action verbs make our world so much better because they give us things to do.
That means the sun can set. And the choir can sing. The stars
stars can shine.
And the village of Do Nothing is now the village of Do Everything.
From that day on, after King Grammar brought action verbs to the village of Do Nothing, it would never be the same village again.
Farewell, good king. Thank you for giving us so much to do.
And everyone lived actively ever after.
Click on the next activity.
King Grammar proclaims. Help me finish my proclamation. Drag the missing noun and action verb to the blank spots to finish the sentence.
Play.
In the green garden. You got it. The corn grows in the green garden. Terrific! The chef, the kings, drag the Fantastic! The chef makes the king's food. Great! The man in his at night. Fantastic! The man sleeps in his bed at night. Good! The runs and in the field. Great! The horse runs and jumps in the field. Excellent! The dog at the grumpy Well done! The dog barks at the grumpy cat. Wonderful! Incredible!
Click on the next activity.
When you see a Q and it's next to a U, it sounds like qua, as in quack quack and quail. Quack 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 quiver and quack 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 quiz. What a quality letter this letter Q is. Q is for quake. When something starts quaking, there'll be lots of rumbling and rattling and shaking. Q is for quailed, a warm cozy spread. Just like a blanket, it goes on your bed. Q is for questions, things you want to know. Like, what is a quince? Where does a quince grow? Q is for quick. Quick means to be fast. If you run very quickly, you won't come in last. Won't come in last. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly do. This is a song that is all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Q is for Queen. The Queen's name is Alice. She lives with King Quincy in quite a nice palace. Shh, try to whisper. The Queen is asleep. No. Q is for quiet, so don't make a peep. Q is for quartet.
That means there are four.
and Q's for quintet.
Just add one more.
A setup for singers is called a quartet.
Quite right.
A quintet means that there are 5 in the set. 5 in the set. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly do. This is a song that is all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Now you know lots of words starting with Q. Now it's time to quit. To quit means I'm through.
Yes, it's true.
Quiddly, quiddly, diddly do. This was a song that was all about Q. Quiddly, quiddly, diddly dee. Q is the letter that comes after P. Q is the letter that comes after P.
Click on the next activity. If is a sight word. Do you know it when you see it? Take a look at if and see if you can read it.
If you climb a beanstalk, will you see a magic goose? If you walk through the woods, will a wolf be on the loose? If you sleep in bears' beds, will you wake up to their roars? If you read fairy tales, these adventures can be yours.
So now that you know if, you will read it every time. Remember IF, which you practiced in this rhyme. Click on the next activity.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Jack who lived with his poor mother out in the country. One day, Jack's mother told him, "Jack, we have nothing to eat and nothing left to sell except our old cow, Milky White. Please, take her into the village and sell her so that we can buy some food." Jack loved Milky White, and it made him very sad to have to sell her, but he understood that his mother had no choice, so he set out for the village. While on the road to the village, Jack met a stranger who asked him where he was going. "I'm going into the village to sell our cow, Milky White," Jack replied. "My mother and I are very poor, and we need the money for food." "Well, I would like to buy your cow," the stranger said. "But rather than pay you in gold, I will trade you these 5 magic beans, which are much more valuable. They will give you a fortune far greater than gold." Jack thought about the stranger's offer. He knew his mother might be upset if he came home without any gold, but if the beans were truly magic, then she would be very happy because they would bring much greater riches. Jack decided to take the magic beans. He gave the rope to the stranger, kissed Milky White goodbye, then put the magic beans in his pocket and headed back home. When he arrived, Jack's mother said, "You're home so soon. You must have been a good salesman. How much gold did you get for Milky White?" "Oh, Mother, I got something much better than gold. On the way to the village, I met a man who bought Milky White for these 5 magic beans," Jack said with excitement. "He told me they will bring us a huge fortune." "Jack, you are a silly fool," his mother cried. "That man cheated you. Why, even as hungry as we are, 5 beans aren't worth the trouble of cooking," she moaned as she tossed the beans out of her kitchen window in frustration. With that, she sent Jack to bed. When Jack woke up early the next morning,
he noticed something odd. Although the sun was already up, his room was unusually dark. He ran to his window, opened his curtain, and saw that the sunlight was blocked by a gigantic beanstalk that had grown up into the sky during the night. Jack immediately decided to climb up the beanstalk in hopes of finding his fortune. Jack climbed and climbed and climbed until he finally reached the top of the beanstalk just above a patch of fluffy white clouds. There, he saw a beautiful grassy field with a huge castle off in the distance. He quickly jumped off the beanstalk and walked toward the castle. It was a very long walk. By the time he reached the massive front door, he was very hungry because he hadn't eaten since the day before. After knocking on the door, he heard a woman's booming voice say, "Who's there?" Terrified, Jack hollered back politely, "Just a hungry boy, ma'am." The door opened with a loud creak, and at first, Jack didn't see anyone, that is, until he looked up and saw a giant woman looking down at him. Jack was no taller than her ankle. "You're very small for a boy," said the giantess loudly, but kindly, "so I doubt you'll eat much. You can come in, although you must leave very soon. My husband is out now, but if he catches you here, he will eat you in one bite." She gently picked up Jack and carried him into the kitchen. There, she gave him a crust of bread that was the size of a log and a piece of cheese that was as big as a boulder. Just as Jack happily finished eating, he heard a loud rumbling sound coming toward the castle. "My husband is here!" shouted the giantess. "Quick, you must run and hide!" Jack was barely hidden behind a cup when the giant came into the kitchen. He was even bigger than his wife, with feet the size of horses, legs as tall as the tallest trees, and a head the size of a barn.
"Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I will grind his bones to make my bread," bellowed the giant loudly as he sniffed and snorted while looking around the kitchen. "Don't be silly. No one is here, dear. Now, sit down and enjoy your supper," the giant's wife said soothingly as she steered the giant toward the kitchen table. Luckily for Jack, the giant was so hungry and dinner smelled so good that he forgot all about Jack. As soon as the giant had finished eating, he hollered to his wife, "Bring me my golden goose!" The giant's wife hurried from the kitchen, returning quickly with a white goose that was very small in her hand, but quite ordinary in size to Jack. "Goose, lay me an egg," ordered the giant. Immediately, the goose sat down and laid an egg made of solid gold. The giant looked closely at the golden egg and smiled a broad smile. The giant then placed the egg in his shirt pocket, put up his feet, and closed his eyes. Soon, the giant was fast asleep, snoring loudly. "Help me!" cried the goose to Jack. She did not like living with the giant. Sneaking out from behind the cup, Jack jumped onto the table and grabbed the goose. The giant woke up with a start. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he bellowed.
I knew I smelled the blood of an Englishman.
The giant dove at Jack, but Jack ducked under the table. Jack ran to the front door, but it was bolted shut. Luckily, Jack was so tiny, he was able to squeeze himself under the door. Soon Jack was running across the field and through the clouds with the goose in his arms. Behind him, the giant threw open the castle door and yelled,
Fee, fi, fo, fum, you can hide and you can run, but I'll have you for dinner before the day is done.
As the giant was about to grab Jack, Jack grabbed the beanstalk, still clutching the goose. The giant reached for Jack and missed. Jack quickly scurried down the beanstalk to the ground, while the giant began to climb down after him. Suddenly, Jack had an idea. He reached for an axe that was leaning against the house and began chopping the beanstalk as fast as he could. The giant, seeing what Jack was doing, frantically began climbing back up the beanstalk. Jack chopped and chopped and finally chopped down the magic beanstalk. As the beanstalk crashed to the ground, the giant was just able to reach out and grab the clouds with his fingertips, pulling himself back up to safety. He peered down at Jack one last time, then disappeared into the clouds, never to be seen or heard from again. When Jack walked into the house, his mother said, "Jack, where have you been? And where did you get that fine goose? She looks like she would make a lovely meal." Jack smiled at his mother. "I've been out collecting our fortune," he said excitedly. He set down the goose and commanded, rather gently, "Goose, lay me an egg." The goose immediately sat down on the table and laid a golden egg. Jack's mother stared in amazement. "Oh, Jack," she exclaimed, "you were right. Those beans were magic." Then she hugged Jack with joy. From that day onward, Jack and his mother were never again poor or hungry, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
Jack the Giant, can you find the word if? Jack wonders if the giant will catch him.
Click on the next activity.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Drag the pages from the story into the boxes in the order that they happened.
Play!
Wonderful! Drag the pages from the story into the boxes in the order that they happened. Nice job! Drag the pages from the story into the boxes in the order that they happened. Nice going! Drag the pages from the story into the boxes in the order that they happened. Wonderful! Drag the pages from the story into the boxes in the order that they happened.
awesome job! Well done!
Click on the next activity. Color the picture. Then write a sentence about it. Use a noun in the sentence. Done. Click on the next activity. Next week, I will play action verbs in Grammar Kingdom. Click on the next activity.